Yo, so my name is NK Archaic. I'm just gonna get right into this, right? I want to do an actual breakdown of Goodz diss towards Jae Millz, right? An actual breakdown. A lot of people are doing reactions, right? I feel like we get a lot of reactions. I've watched this video a few times. This is not my first reaction. This is my actual breakdown, right? My goal is to break rap down in a way so where people can actually learn more about rap and learn more about how to like elevate what they do in rap. So I really want to break down why. Right? A lot of people are talking about how this song isn't good, right? I've heard some funny ass shit in terms of like people are saying it sounds like a song from Power, like all this other type of shit. I agree with all that, but I think we need a deeper breakdown, right? Of what's actually going on, like sonically, like what are we hearing that's making us say we don't like this, relevant to what's happening in the context of, you know, this beef, and it's really just rap beef, right? And I hope they just keep it rap. As far as I know, it's just rap beef between Jae Millz, DNA, and Goodz being on the DNA side as well. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a breakdown. I'm actually just go through this track and tell you why I think, from a little bit more of like an analytical standpoint, why it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, right? So let's play.
Goodz jumping.
The city is lit right now.
And first off, I'll say the visuals are cool. You know what I mean? I think for like who Goodz is and like what Goodz does, the visuals make sense. You know what I mean? I feel like how he talks in battles, how he raps, like in battles usually, like this is the aesthetic that fits the persona he's created. Now, whether that helps or hurts him in this situation, I'm going to get to that. But I at least have to start with like, you know, this is
Where are you at?
The regular battle rappers who's not
the reality of it. It looks cool. It looks cool. Like for what he does, it looks cool.
Second to none.
You ain't too cool to get the city lit.
Whatever you be having in your mind, I'ma crush that right now.
Let the fucking games begin.
It's a little extra, but also I will say the whole wolf to a lion metaphor, like, you know, obviously Wayne had what's a goon to a goblin back in the day. I feel like, you know what I mean? It's like it is a little played out for me personally. One might say I'm being a little picky, but ultimately, like, it's a little corny. You know what I mean? Like, what's a wolf to a lion? Like,
Somebody gotta talk about this ain't being fair.
They gon' talk about it. They gon' hate on you, but they don't know what it takes. That's okay.
When you broke, that's when they love you more. I'ma get right to it, nigga.
KKK. Off rip, when I first listened to it, it was that second line he said that I knew I probably wasn't gonna like this verse. When he said, "I'ma get right to it, nigga." When he said that, in my mind, I'm like, the flow's choppy. Like, this is what, like, maybe there's some bloggers or whatever talking about this. Like, I know a lot of people are saying the raps ain't it. And I think a lot of people are focusing more on the lyrics and lyricism. And that's one aspect, and it's a really important aspect. And I agree with that point. But when he said, "I'ma get right to it, nigga," like that moment for me is when I was like, the flow's choppy. Like let's play this again.
When you broke, that's when they love you more. I'ma get right to it, nigga. Me, I let that money talk.
Yeah, I'ma get right to it, nigga. Like he's rapping like that. Like what stood out to me when I listened to this is that I feel like he's rapping as if it's a battle, in the sense of like an a cappella battle. I think he has somewhat of that like battle rapper syndrome of like he's been battle rapping for so long that he's trying to carry that style into music. You know what I mean? And that doesn't work. Some people have the opposite syndrome where they make really good music, but then when they battle, they're trying to rap like they're on a beat, which sometimes I think that's a better syndrome to have personally in battle rap, because people that are really good on beats, when you think like Lux, Jae Millz, obviously, and there's some other examples, tend to do really good in battles, generally speaking, if they've adapted it enough. You know what I mean? But the reverse is a lot tougher to do, because you have to be like, there's a certain skill set you need to like make good music that doesn't apply to battle rap. So I think he's trying to carry that into it. Like the way he's talking is like, it's very much like a Goodz battle. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get right to it, nigga. Nah, 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 nah. And it's like the flow just is it's too like skitter scatter for the beat. I feel like the beat's a very straight up New York like hip hop beat, like just rap. You know what I mean? There's a moment where he kind of gets into a pocket that I'll bring up, but
That's okay.
When you broke, that's when they love you more. I'ma get right to it, nigga. Me, I let that money talk. Show you how to do this, nigga. Friend of me or frenemies? Ride out or go move out, nigga. Friends become enemies. I seen shout-outs turn to shootouts, nigga.
like I think that bar is cool. You know what I mean? Like I dig that bar. But the flow pocket, I feel like, isn't helping him with this beat. It's the flow pocket. Like like I don't think this is the beat to do that. You know what I mean? It's a very straight, very quantized and on beat type of hip hop beat. Like I don't think you're supposed to, like, if I made this beat for someone and they rap like this, I wouldn't be satisfied. You know, speaking from a producer standpoint.
Whoa, these diamonds dancing, mood a light. If she take care of you, then tell me who's the man and who's the wife.
That's the part I'm talking about, where that's in that moment I was like, okay, he's getting into a little bit of a pocket that matches the beat better. You know what I mean? Like na 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 na. Like I wouldn't want to hear a whole verse like that. Like I feel like it's a good like maybe I'll call it like a temporary pocket. I feel like it's a good temporary pocket, like something you hop into for a hot second on a track, or like 4 bars and then you do some other shit. You know what I mean? I feel like he very much like I don't know. This everything feels like a first take in terms of the verses he wrote. It feels like a first take. And I would highly recommend for like rappers, MCs that make music to, sometimes the first take is all you need in terms of what you've written down, but a lot of the times it isn't. Sometimes you got to go back and edit that shit. And I think this is what that sounds like to me. If he did edit this, then that's a little bit worse, in my opinion. But
If I be snapping in the field, nigga, riding from afar. You see me rapping behind the wheel. I'm in $100,000 car.
like that part, like the flow's off. You mean rapping behind a wheel? I'm in $100,000. Like no. He could have just kept it na 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 na. Like, you know what I mean? Like he could have changed the words up. Instead of saying $100,000 car, he could have said something else that like fit in that. I'm in a something something car. You know what I mean? That would have been a little smoother. You know what I mean? Like I still maybe don't agree with that entire flow pocket at the end there, because he kind of had it for a second after the whole shootouts thing. And then he kind of just like trails off into this, back to the whole battle rap thing. It's like, it almost feels lazy to me, you know, from someone that writes and raps. It feels lazy to me personally.
We don't wait for checks.
And I, the fire on the head shit is corny to me, bro. Like, nah, bro. Like the visuals for the most part, it's well shot. There's some cool like stock footage or whatever in there, but like, nah, man, like, nah. Especially when the verses are this short. Like, is this supposed to be like a Super Saiyan thing? Like, I get what they're trying to do, but like, that's not hot. Like, no.
Tell me who's the man and who's the wife. I be snapping in the field, nigga. Riding from
See, right when he goes back to I've been snapping in the field, nigga, then he goes back into a weird choppy pocket. Nah, 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 nah. Cool. And then he's supposed to keep doing maybe something similar that's different. You know what I mean? I'll be dumping in the field, nigga. And then, nigga. Like, that would maybe something smoother like that, you know? And I think that kind of matches his persona. But I think he's doing too much. It's too much like it sounds like chitter chatter. You know what I mean? Like that very choppy, like it sounds like he's rushing his words to get into the lines. Some rappers have flows like that and it works. But you have to do it in a very specific kind of way. And this feels too choppy. Like the pockets are all over the place. Like, I don't know.
I'm afar. You see me rapping behind the wheel. I'm in $100,000 car. We don't
Rapping behind the wheel. I'm in $100,000 car. Like, no, that pocket sucks. Like,
checks. We make the checks. Low broke dummies got so much money I don't pay respect, huh? And this shit is pathetic. Why you living in your past? I'm buying gifts in my present.
see, then he goes back to it at the end. It's a little smoother at the end. I'm buying gifts with my credit. Like, cool. The flow pockets, again, it's not the hottest flow pocket, but I think that pocket is at least better than all the na like which he gets into a little bit before he goes back into it. So it's like, why is it so you know, it's so chopped up, like, you know, like that it just needs to be cleaned up. And bar for bar, if we're talking like lyrics and lyricism, he's not saying much, you know. It's like very light jabs, but the flow isn't helping. The flow isn't helping him at all. But the jabs are way too light. Like if this is for Jae Millz, which is, I think it's fair to assume it's for Jae Millz. You know what I mean? It seems like it's a Jae Millz diss. You know what I mean? Like the way he's talking, and the context of what's happening outside of the song, right? Jae Millz and DNA going at it. The Jae Millz DNA shit was fire. Like the song Jae Millz made. I don't even really listen to Jae Millz like that. Obviously I know what he did back in the day. I know like how far he got in the industry, et cetera, et cetera. I don't care too much about that stuff. I'm not someone who, I'm a very like, you know, underground hip hop type of dude. So I just like music. You know what I mean? I don't care about charts. I don't care about numbers. I just like music. I haven't really dug into his discography or whatnot, but the Jae Millz shit, like, you can tell there's levels 100%. Like in terms of like the beat selection, the vibe, how he was rapping on the beat. Like this song is there's too much about Goodz on this song. Like he made this song for himself, which doesn't help him in the context of what's happening with the beef, especially because he's obviously trying to address him. And I think even in battles, Goodz has been having this problem. At least the last few times he battled, I think Easy, Cassidy, he beat Cass. I would say 3-0 beat Cass, but like I think he could have beat him better, to be honest, in my opinion. I think the thing that hurts him a lot is the money talk. He thinks it's a jealousy thing. Like if you hear him talk about it, it'd be like, oh, niggas say I always talk about money, blah, yada, yada, yada. Like it's not about you talking about money. Because think about it. People also criticize people like Chess, right? For struggle raps, right? People always talk about, oh, you're doing struggle raps, right? So think about that. You know, it's not just a question about having money or not money. It's about the substance to it. Like, what point are you making by saying that? If it's struggle raps, what point are you making by talking about the shit you're struggling with? What are you trying to portray? Are you trying to relate to others? Are you like what are you trying to do with it? And I feel like that's where he misses the mark a lot, is that it feels like filler, you know? And on a diss song especially, or in a battle, you don't want filler. You know, filler won't help you. Maybe 1-2 bars, you know what I mean? And just to get like a smooth flow off or something. But like, nah, like, you know.
Can't feel, and if you don't feel pain, then it ain't real. I said they hurt, so you can't feel. And if you don't feel pain, then it ain't real.
Was a wolf to a lion. Can't compete with the king when he's silent. They gon' talk about you, they gon' doubt your move, but they don't know the war you've been.
And the hook's way too long. And this is another thing I didn't mention yet, is who the fuck is the singer? Like, how are you gonna put this woman on this song with a long ass hook and not even credit her. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe he did when he posted it on his Instagram or something. I don't know. Maybe. But like, I don't even see much here on his Insta. But like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, what, you know? Like, who's the singer? Like, put a feat. Like, you know what I mean? What's a Wolf to a Lion featuring whatever her name is, you know? Give people their credit, you know what I mean? Like, what if someone thinks she did a great job on this song and wants to offer her some opportunity in music, you know? So that's a minor thing, but like at the same time, I'm like, you know, especially because her verse is so long, or like, I mean, she really, especially at the end, I remember her verse going on crazy. Like, she has more. It feels like she has more time on the track than Goodz, which is also a major problem, especially if it's a response track.
What's some else to a giant? They gon' talk about it.
And the beat's cool, you know what I mean? Like, it's cool. Like, it is a little cheesy, you know. It's a little cheesy. It's like, it's well produced, but it's like, the vibe, I don't think it matches a diss joint. It's like, it's almost like attempting to be like inspirational, but then he's trying to diss somebody in the verses. So it's like, you know, it's like it doesn't match.
Hate on you, but they don't know what it takes. That's okay.
New wins from old losses. Was money dreaming. Watch.
Okay, off top, new wins or old losses. That was a clean introduction to the verse. And then as soon as he says losses and goes into the next line, he goes back to chop. Listen to what I'm saying.
That's okay.
New wins from old losses. Was money dreaming. Watching the wheel spin on them old Porsches.
Like, new wins or old losses. Like, that would have been, you know what I mean? Like, if he stuck with that, kept it smooth, it would have been fire to me. You know, it would have been fire to me. Like, new wins to old losses. All of these niggas is old bosses. Something. You know what I mean? Like, but he goes into like,
It's funny even from old losses. Was money dreaming. Watch.
was money dreaming. You know what I mean? It's like he's doing this whole like that's how he talks in battles. It's like he's like trying to talk to him, but like on a song, but like with the same flow. You know, was money dreaming. Like, what you packed a lot of words in there. You know, new wins or old losses. Even if he just took out the was, and this is where I said I'm gonna be analytical. Even if he just took out the was, the bar would have been better. New wins to old losses, money dreaming, You know what I mean? Like, that would have been clean. Like, that would have been cool to me, because it's like, okay, you're paying attention to like what, you know, because when I hear flows and flow pockets, it's like percussion, right? It's like hearing drums. So if you can imagine that's like a snare drum or like, you know, some sort of percussion, like someone hitting some shit, then you can see, maybe you can see what I'm trying to say. Like, I feel like just taking out the was there makes it better. New wins to old losses, money dreaming. Instead of new wins to old losses, what's money dreaming? You know, it's like, it sounds like he's stuttering, like, you know, and slipping on his words. Like, I don't like that shit. Like,
Watching the wheel spin on them old Porsches. New wins from old losses. Was money dreaming. Watching the wheel spin on them old Porsches.
watching the wheel spin on the old Porsches, like, that's too much going on there. New wins to old losses, money dreaming, something, old Porsches, clean. Cut out the, you know, all the other too many words and too many syllables, and that's clean. Because the way he came out, is clean. It's almost like a Harlem swag to it. You know what I mean? And then he just deletes it immediately.
It's funny even. I'm almost a mill in. I can show portions. Guess the workers get mad when you friends with they old bosses, huh? And let's not talk about that shop of mine. Broke nigga, you gon' make me show my Shopify.
See, that part is cool. Like, that's cool. Like, I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? But also, You still haven't said Millz' name. You still haven't, like, it's like we know you're talking about him. There's no way you dropped this and you wrote bars that are clearly directed at someone and it's not about Millz, right? So sometimes rappers try to do this thing where, you know, they leave it on this subliminal tip because it's almost like, oh, I don't even need to say your name. You know what I mean? But let's be real. Like, Jae Millz is a bigger name than Goodz. Let's be real. Like, maybe in battle rap, Goodz is a bigger name. But, like, overall in music, we already know. Well, overall in hip-hop, we already know Jae Millz. You know, his name, like, based on the standards in the rap industry in the present day. Not that I necessarily agree with them, but realistically, we know his name holds more weight. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. Even Cassidy versus Goodz, we know whose name holds more weight, right? In that type of situation, right? In battle rap, within the insular bubble of battle rap, 100%, Goodz' name is bigger than both dudes, I would say. But in this type of situation, I'm like, you have to say his name. Especially because I'm pretty sure he said Goodz' name, right? I'm pretty sure he did. Maybe I have to go back to the old diss tracks that Jae Millz put out towards him in DNA. But almost certain he said their name, right? And definitely he said their name in blogs and whatnot. Because I saw the one video where he was talking about, you know, the interview he did with Goodz and why he didn't like it, et cetera, et cetera. But like this, I'm like, like, I don't know, man. I don't know about this one, man. It's just like, I like Goodz too. Like, Goodz is a dope battle rapper, man. Goodz is a dope battle rapper. Like, you know, he's very entertaining, a very, very fun battler to watch. Like, I think he has his own style that not a lot of people can do or that really no one can copy, which is like, that's one thing I love about the older class of battle rappers is that they have that. You know what I mean? But this is Jae Millz. Like, you know, you got to talk about Jae Millz. Like, if I was him, I would have listened to all the shit DNA said about Jay. I would have listened to all the shit Jay said about him and DNA, and then find an angle within that that's unique and interesting. Still going to be related to some of the same concepts. But I think the whole, like, oh, you made it in the industry, but you didn't get that far. And I'm like, nigga, he made it further than you in the industry. So those bars never really hit for me. I feel like you need a better angle. You know, focus on him being, having like a salty attitude towards battle rapper. You know what I mean? Those type of things, right? Like, take an angle that's interesting. This is not interesting.
No hater, men don't block men in they phone player. Yeah, you made it in the game, but was a fucking role player.
Like, even that pocket, it's like, it's not horrible. It's just like, dun, 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 dun. It just comes out of nowhere, and then it just ends, you know? It's like he's writing 2-3 bars within certain pockets and then just abandoning the pockets, you know? It doesn't really, it's hard to listen to. It's basically what I'm saying. It's hard to listen to. Like I said, some rappers can do choppy flows and it works. You got your E40s, you got, like, you know, certain rappers that, like, find a pocket within a pocket and it can work, you know. For Goodz, you can tell there's moments where there's, like, the quote unquote right flow to choose that he goes into, and then he just abandons it. And that's why I feel like it does sound lazy to me. Not only on account of what I'm talking about with the flows, but also on account of the fact that the verses are mad short compared to the hook, right? This woman is singing her ass off, and then and it almost makes it worse because the verses are short and he's not saying much. Like, you know, yeah, you made it in the game, but you a fucking role player. It's like, cool, but the line isn't good, you know? It's like,
when you friends with they old bosses,
and we've heard that before.
And let's not talk about that shop of mine. Broke nigga, you gon' make me show my
Shopify.
No hater, men don't block men in they phone player. Yeah, you made it in the game, but was a fucking role player.
Like, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, you made, and even, it's just so chopped. It's so chopped, bro. Like, if I was working with an artist in the studio, I would sit down with them and be like, that line is cool. It has a lot of potential. However, what you're trying to say the delivery isn't working because the flow isn't, like, tight enough. The flow isn't, like, like it sounds like it's out of your control, and then it sounds like the beat is defeating you because you're not in control of your own pacing and flow. If he fixes that maybe could work. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Wait, let me calm down for these frauds.
And then a lot of these pauses aren't helping him either. It's like, you know, he go into a pocket, then you're like, okay, you're pausing. I love pauses in bars, don't get me wrong. But because it's all chop, it's not working for me, you know? Even when I think of rappers like Sean Price, he had a lot of those pauses. You know, then he'll do like a little ad lib and then like leave a little bit of room and then goes into the next line. Like that shit is dope to me, you know?
The game, but was a fucking role player. Wait, let me calm down for these frauds now.
Breathing so hard? It's like you barely went into a flow pocket. This man's like, it's like, I know he was trying to do it for dramatic effect. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, you weren't rapping that crazy to be to be doing that. Like, you wanted to, like, you rapped fast for like a bar and a half or some shit. Like, no.
I'm still wearing big clothes, talking about the trap you the saw. Wait, let me calm down for these frauds now. Still wearing big clothes, talking about the trap you the saw clown. Where's Big Bros? Tell him that he whack with a poor sound, trying to gain reach. Fat ass fall down, you probably cover more ground.
No, like everything about that is bad, bro. That whole pocket is bad. I don't even know if I have the energy to break all this down. The whole pocket is bad. As soon as the drums drop, it gets worse. It worsens.
Still wearing big clothes, old player. Wait, let me calm down for these frauds now. Still wearing big clothes.
Let me calm down for these frauds now. Still wearing big clothes. It's like, that's chop. I'm sorry, bro. That shit is chop. It's choppy. It's so choppy, bro. Like, that's so choppy. Like, it's crazy, wild choppy, bro. Still wearing big clothes. It's like, it sounds like, who's that nigga who he raps like, it's almost like spoken word poetry. Like, there's a few dudes like that. Like Billy Woods kind of raps like that. Bruiser Wolf, I think that's what I'm thinking of. Bruiser Wolf kind of raps like that too. I think whether that's your preference or not, I think they make it work because they commit to that. You know what I mean? And that's their style. So it's like it works for what it is. You know what I mean? And I think he's clearly trying to rap like quote unquote the right way. But then it doesn't sound good, man. It doesn't sound good.
Still wearing big clothes, talking about the trap you the saw clown. Where's Big Bros?
Where's Big Bros? Like, it's like, it just, everything is off, man. It's chopped.
Tell him that he whack with a poor sound, trying to gain reach. Fat ass fall down, you probably cover more ground. To navigate where you going, you gotta quiet down. Y'all just be gassing these niggas to drive around. Well, it's cool, I got a few cars, nigga. You wanna find me, I be in Harlem at the juice bar, nigga.
Nah, man, not enough. I don't even know if I have time. I don't know if I can go through the whole singing shit.
Guess the broke nigga, you gon' make me show my Shopify.
Like, no, man, that's not it, dog. That's not it, dog. It's not it, bro. You know, get your money
Player
at the end there, but like that diss. No. 2 out of 10, man. 2 out of 10. To be honest, the vibe is wrong. You know, yeah. The vibe is wrong. The lyrics are wrong. Like, it's just not doing it, man. It's just not doing it, man. Like, might delete later respectfully. I blame Caps for this. I'm dead. This shit ass beloved. Like, you know, I think, and this is one thing I'll say. One thing I like about the battle rap community is they can be honest. Like, you know, the battle rap community can be fucking honest, bro. Like they'll clown you, but like if you do some fire shit, they'll tell you it's fire too. This shit is not fire. You know, like this shit is, I don't know. I don't even know how to categorize this. Like, I think he's trying to do something and then it sounds like he's incapable of doing what he's trying to do. You know what I mean? This Empire ass song. Good, just go back to where, you know, like obviously people are gonna talk their shit. You know what I mean? That's normal, especially in the battle rap community, which is like a lot of his fans and fans outside of battle rap, but even in hip hop in general, you know, they're gonna point that shit out. They're gonna talk about that shit, you know, and I like that personally. I think people need to be held accountable. You know, if something is good, like Lil Wayne with the Carter 6, it wasn't good. I saw a lot of Wayne fans saying it wasn't good. You know, I was a Wayne fan when I was younger. I haven't liked his albums in a long time. Like, you know, he has moments here and there. He can still rap, but like in terms of putting together like a full album project, yeah, I don't know if I don't really rock with him in that category as much anymore. But like, yeah. So, anyways, you know, this is, you know, my little breakdown of Goodz. What's a wolf to a lion? You know, I think I said everything I needed to say. Like, again, I wanted to focus a little bit more on the actual rapping, and why a lot of people don't like the rapping. They might not have the same analysis as me. You don't necessarily need to like analyze something to know whether you like it or not. But I wanna almost break it down a little bit more concretely so that people can understand why they probably don't like it. Because I know why I don't like it, you know, and I have the words to describe why I don't like it, so I might as well just share that. But like, yeah, from listening to it, it's like the beat's cool, like, you know, it sounds a little outdated, I will say. Like it reminds me of like New York State of Mind, or what's the name of the song? Not New York State of Mind, the one with Jay-Z and Rihanna. Oh, sorry, Alicia Keys, New York, like that one. Like, it's kind of like that vibe, but like that came out what, 08, 09? You know what I mean? Like, it sounds very much like that, and you know, I don't think anybody needed to hear that for a diss song. I don't want to feel inspired. I don't want to feel inspired when I listen to a diss track. I want to feel like you're going at who you're going at with intent, and you're rapping well, and you're proving while you're talking about them, you're proving through talking about them why you're good and why you're better than them, or why you're gonna win this beef, whatever it is, however we want to phrase it. That's what you're supposed to do when it comes to a diss track. So you have to find a beat that works. You know, it doesn't even have to be the best beat. You know, I always jokingly say to some of my friends, like, you know, when it comes to diss songs, the beat doesn't have to be that crazy. Like, you know, it just has to match the vibe and the energy of a diss track. Like, let's be real. Like, Ether is one of my favorite diss tracks of all time. It is, to me, that's peak diss track, me personally, right? You know, Not Like Us was obviously dope. Like, Meet the Grams. Even some of the responses Jay-Z had to Nas, you know, Hit 'Em Up, etc., etc. But to me, Ether is like, in terms of like bar for bar and what he needed to do, it's like 10 out of 10 diss track. You know what I mean? But that beat is not that fire, bro. Like it when I was young, it was fire, but I don't think it aged well. I don't think the beat aged well, if I'm being honest. It's still good to me, quote unquote, because of what it means and what it meant for hip hop and what it means for hip hop, and that nostalgia attached to it. But let's be real, like, if any rapper put out a song tomorrow and used like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think we're gonna be going crazy over it in the same way. But because of the context and when it came out, etc., it's fire. Did it stand the test of time? That beat, not necessarily, but I still listen to that shit. It's Ether. You know what I mean? The bars are crazy on that, and it perfectly matches the time and what he needed to do. So that's why it's legendary. But that's why I'm saying, for the beat of a diss track, it doesn't even need to be the quote unquote most well-produced best beat. Like, even when you listen to Pusha T's Added On diss towards Drake, like, the beat isn't like, I mean, the beat is fire, because that's the beat off Jay-Z's album, but the mix isn't that great. Like, it sounds like it's off a mixtape. You know what I mean? Like, it's not as produced as Pusha T's like album music, for example, right? So the production doesn't have to be that crazy, you know. It just has to match a vibe. It just has to hit because of the lyrics, because of the flows, because of what you're talking about, how you're breaking your opponent down. You know, for the love of rap, you know, I think that's what it is at the end of the day. So I think, you know, respects the Goodz, but like, yeah, this shit was not good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was not good. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. This is not something I would ever listen to at all on my own time. Especially, and it's like the worst part of the track is the bars. The worst parts of the track are the raps. That's not a good thing for a diss track. That has to be the best part, which is why the beat doesn't matter as much and the production doesn't matter as much. You just have to rap crazy. And when I listen to the Jae Millz DNA diss, that shit was crazy. You know, the beat, the sample. I'm assuming it's like, I don't know if they got singers in or if it's an AI sample. Either way, the beat was fire and the bars were fire, right? He did what he needed to do. And there's levels immediately when you start listening to the track. You're like, yeah, this nigga's rapping for real. Like, this shit, I'm like, you heard my breakdown. Like, the second he starts the verse, the second verse especially, it's a cool intro. And then halfway into the next line or the next line, it's like back to chop, choppy, 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 choppy. Beat drops out, extremely choppy. Like, it's like trying to like rap fast and kind of rap slow. It's just very messy. It sounds like, you know, I've never heard his music outside of like outside of this. So one thing I want to know is like, has he always rapped like this? You know, is this why he never made it in the industry? Like, is this why? Did he always rap like this, or is this just I've been battle rapping for too long, and therefore this is the flow that I'm used to, and now I'm trying to translate that into music, and it's not working, bro. And it's not working. So anyway, that's my breakdown of What's a Wolf to a Line by Goodz. You know, if you don't know me, which you don't, my name is NK Archaic. I do have another channel where, like, you know, where it's like my music. I'm a rapper and a producer as well. You know, I'll put a link in my description or whatever if you're interested. I'll probably add some of my music to the intro, or, you know, one of my beats to the intro or outro of this video, most likely. But feel free to check that out. Like, comment, subscribe if you happen to stumble on this video. I'm gonna try to be making videos like this more frequently, you know, because I love rap. I love to talk about rap. I'm a bit of a gamer as well, so I'd be playing Warframe. Probably never heard of Warframe, so I'm gonna probably have moments where I'm like live streaming that, but then just talking about other shit. You know what I mean? Like, I want this to be a chill channel. I don't want to go too crazy, but like, yeah, shout out, and you know, hopefully Goodz does better next time. But salute to everybody, and peace, and much love.